Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. Well, this past weekend, I went to Sacramento Comic Con, and I might have picked up a book or two. Let's take a look. All right, so I ventured out on Sunday along with my wife. My lovely wife joined me on an excursion to Sacramento. It's about 2 hours from me, and we went to Sacramento Comic Con. Uh, I'll show some footage of the con. It's in a smaller. It's in the convention center in one of the halls. It's a pretty good mix of comic book vendors and, of course, the usual pop culture stuff you would have there. A whole section of artist alley with various guests across pop culture that were there to sign books and whatnot, and to make some signings and photographs, etc., etc. But I mean, it was small enough. It was nice that you didn't need to be there both days. I don't know what you would do if you went both days, but definitely going one day was enough. In about half the day, I was able to hit up all the vendors I wanted to hit up. If I was there for 2 days, I probably could have done some really deep diving in some of the comic vendors. There was probably at least a dozen 12 to 15 solid comic book vendors there, and then some others that were had mixed stuff. And those vendors, some of them had lots and lots of bins of books that were in no particular order. So you could really spend, if you wanted to be thorough, you'd have to spend a lot of time going through every single book in those bins, trying to find gold. And of course, then some of them had additional bins down on the floor that I didn't see anybody crawling through. So if you really wanted to, I guess, yeah, 2 days you could spend all that time digging for gold. And who knows, maybe you'd find it. Anyways, let's show some footage of the floor and then we'll get into these books. All right, so that's a quick walking tour of the convention center and some of the stuff. Not a complete tour, but just enough to give you an idea of the size and the mix of stuff that was there. So let's get into some books that we managed to pick up while we're there. I grabbed, obviously, as you saw earlier, it is quite a stack, about 7.5 pounds of comic books, and they have. I hit my variety of stuff. I was able to pick up some Bronze Age horror monster books that I've been picking up recently. I was able to knock off some big hits on some Spider-Man runs that I was looking for, and at the very end, we got ourselves at least one killer book. Now, I didn't go and not pick up anything for the giveaway bin either. I was good. I only picked up 4 books for the giveaway bin. I started to pick up a few more, but some of the X-Force ones that I saw there weren't in great condition. Anyways, so first up for the giveaway bin, we have a Chamber of Chills, number 4. Why is this one for the giveaway bin? Because for some reason I picked up 2 of them from the same vendor without paying attention while I was there, so one of them will go into the giveaway bin. How about this one? I thought this was cool. Now, it is an Amazing Adventures featuring the X-Men, so it is part of the 70s reprints of it, but still, it makes it a 45-year-old reprint of X-Men 4. So that's kind of a cool book, I thought. How about a nice, crispy Ravage 2099 number 1, Stan Lee's last creation and first appearance of Ravage. And then the last one for the giveaway bin, bang, Transformers number 8, the first appearance of the Dinobots. I know you're thinking, Rob, what is that going in there? Hey, I was able to pick it up for $10. For $10, that's going in the giveaway bin for you guys, because I love you. All right, now the books for me. We got The Monsters Are Coming, Beware, number 4. Great cover, look at that. These bags are awesome. I rebagged all these. These are in the Comic Pro line, those BOP bags that I have talked about before. I'll link the video. Just great. You can also look down below, and there's a link. If it's your first time purchasing from them, you can get a discount off your purchase price or purchase items. But these are super clear. I love them. Amazing. Just make everything look so great, just like Mylar does. Chamber of Darkness. Oh, that Chamber of Darkness snuck in there by mistake. That's interesting. I should put that. Huh. Oh, both those did. Interesting. All right, well, I got these out of order. I thought these were in order. So anyways, there's another Beware number 7. Beware number 8. Chamber of Chills, number 2. Chamber of Chills, number 4. Number 5. Love this. The Devil's Dowry. Number 7. Now, I got most of these books, these monster books, from my man Brian at Comic Web. I'll put his Instagram information here. You can check out where he's going. Brian always does me really well. Every time I see him at a show, he's got great books and a good variety. He's fair with the pricing. You put together a bundle, and you're paying cash or whatever, the man will do you right. Tell him that SpiderMan sent you. Chamber of Chills 9. Chamber of Chills 11. '21. Trying to make sure I stack these right. There's so many of them. I got to make sure that when they get down 24, they're not going to slide all over the place. We have a problem. They're already doing it. This is the Supernatural Thrillers, number 9. So we got the Living Mummy. So the first half of this run is a variety. Each book is a different monster, essentially, and then we get halfway through the tail end of it, it's all the Living Mummy, which they had to say the Living Mummy to get around the Comic Code Authority or something because of dead stuff or something like that. So 10, 11, 12, and 13. That's great. All right. Oh, yeah. Monsters on the Prowl, number 9. Gorkila. Number 10. I just love these monster books. I dig. I don't know. Number 11. Titan Walks the Land. Number 14. The Return of Titan. Now, a lot of these are essentially they're reprints. A lot of these Monsters on the Prowl books, Creatures That Roam, Where Creatures Dwell. They tend to be a lot of them are reprints from Atlas or Tales of Suspense and stuff like that. Here's number 18. Nothing Can Stop Brutus. So yeah. But they're cool. They're fun books. They're a great way to get some of these books because you could not get a run of these. Well, I mean, you could. If you were trying to get all these in these Atlas books and stuff, man, they'd cost you a lot. Whereas, like, these books here, essentially, I don't know, you're paying like, 10 to 15 bucks a piece for the most part. Because I'm getting them in, these are all in mid-grade books. None of them, you're not talking like there's near mint contenders here. These are all just mid-grade books, great reading books. Monsters on the Prowl, number 24. There's 27. We're doomed. Oh, this next one, I love this cover. I pulled this one out, I showed it to my wife, and I started to put it back, and I said, you know what, no, I need this one for my collection. This is great. The Five Fingers of Death, or Five Fatal Fingers, rather. Sorry, Five Fingers of Death, I was thinking of the old MREs. Five Fatal Fingers. Each one of those fingers, you got a noose, you got to have a lizard, snake, a sword, gun, and a skull. That's just crazy. Love it. All right, so, and then those Chambers of Chills I had earlier, put those offside. So, now, the rest of these, that should be at the end of our monster books. Now I got onto a run. So, Ultimate Spider-Man, the original series, ended, and then there was a second series called Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, not to be confused with the all-new, all different Ultimate Spider-Man, which was the Miles Morales first run. So anyway, so this is this run here with Peter Parker, and he's like roommate. He's living with Aunt May, and Aunt May at this point in the time, Johnny Storm's moved in, and Gwen Stacy's moved in, and he's dating Gwen Stacy and not MJ, but now Bobby Drake is living there, and I don't know. It's just everybody's like living, and Aunt May knows they're all heroes, and anyways. It's actually kind of a fun little read, some of it, as I've been collecting these. But I needed some of these to finish up my run. So, and sure enough, one of these vendors, I just have, again, one of these ones where comics are just all over the place. Every other box, 12 different letters that don't even go together, whatever else. But flipping through them, I managed to find this nice run. Picked up almost all the books I needed to finish this run because I only had about half of it. So number 10. Number 11, and all but one of these is in really good condition. One of them has just got a corner bend on it. 13, which is still great from a reading aspect. It's not like any of these have any value to them from a collector standpoint, other than if you are into the stories and want the run. But from a monetary standpoint, it's not like there's a $50 book in here. No, these are all like, $10 books max on the high end. 15, and then it jumps from 15. It goes to 150. This is a nice double-sized book. and 151. So now this series still goes up to 160, so I still need 152 to 160, but I'm really happy I was able to pick up so many books in good condition for that run, because that's just not a run I see very often out in the field. I mean, it's me and what, two other people picking up, collecting it. I don't know. Anyways, I mentioned that that's the Volume 2 Spider-Man. Then there was that other one, that all new, all different, whatever, all new Ultimate Spider-Man, or Ultimate Comics All New Spider-Man. Or it gets really confusing as to what's what. But this comes after that because Peter Parker's still here. At the end of this in 160, we lead into, Ultimate Fallout type stuff. And then Bango Django, we get into our Ultimate all new different Miles Morales issue number 2. Have a number 1, but don't have 2, and I don't have 3. We still don't even in number 2, he's still not actually even in this costume yet, really, because this or maybe he is, but the origin of the costume isn't revealed until issue 4, I think it is, something like that. Anyways, there we are. I haven't read it yet, as you can tell. All right, last book. I was really surprised to find this book, and super happy to find this book in a great one. It happens to be a book I've been looking for to get it. I was looking at slabbed books, mostly because when you're buying, if you're buying online, anyways, raw books have been kind of tricky as of late. A lot of people seem to think that they've got near mint books, but when you start looking at them, you start seeing a lot of spine ticks and stuff on them, color breaking spine ticks even, and you realize, no, that ain't going to grade out the way you really want. And you can't really tell what else is missing because people can manipulate camera angles or anything else to hide various defects. So I'd been looking for a graded copy, preferably wanting to get a 9.6, but was willing to go with a 9.4 on this because I've been picking up other 80s nostalgia pieces, because nostalgia is an expensive bug. So I've already picked up the Masters of the Universe books, the Thundercats books, and some of those things, and so it only made sense that it was time to pick up G.I. Joe. And that number 1 book can be pricey, but I was looking around it and I managed to find this one, this beautiful, crispy clean. I mean, this is definitely this is a 9.8 candidate potentially. It's definitely, I think, a solid 9.6. It looks like somebody's pressed it. I don't see a single spine tick on it. It is clean. The only thing that could surprise me at this point, because I've looked at the pages, it's white pages, I've gone through it, is if for some reason there's some hidden color touch or hidden staining that I'm not able to see, but it looks gorgeous. The gentleman was asking $125 for it, which is a good price to begin with for this book if you think it's in that low near mint, that 9.2 to 9.4 range for a raw book. About 140 to 150 bucks, though you'll often see people asking slabbed prices for this book of $200 to $300 for the newsstand variant. So he was asking a very fair 125. I offered him 100. He thought about it, but said he couldn't go that low. So I ended up countering back at 110, and we settled up there at 110 bucks for G.I. Joe number 1 in the newsstand variant. Very, very clean book. This is definitely going off to CGC. So there you guys go. That was my haul from Sacramento Comic-Con. Overall, I think it was a great experience. I was there for only a few hours. Yeah, it kind of sucked driving 2 hours there and driving 2 hours back, especially since there was, on the way back, Reno ski traffic, people coming home. But this haul was phenomenal. So I'm looking forward to the next one. The next show for me is going to be Berkeley Comic Con coming up in April, and then it's probably not Short Box Live, then Heroes Con. My God, Heroes Con, it's coming up. Comics Curing Cancer is going to be there. Are you going to be there? If you're going to be at Heroes Con, which I highly recommend, that is like the granddaddy of comic book haul opportunities. Hundreds of comic book vendors. Magnificent. Be there. But if you are, swing by and check us out. Comics Curing Cancer is going to have a booth there, smack dab in the middle. Look us up on the map. It's like 1769 is a booth number. Come on by, see what we've got going on, say hello. We'd appreciate it, your support as we get ready to gear up. This year we got a big number from us. We have to try to raise $50,000 to hit our goal because we did it last year. Hopefully we can do it again with your guys' help. So do me a favor, hit that like button, thumbs up, etc., etc. Subscribe, become a channel member maybe. Everything this channel raises, including merch sales stuff, this all goes to Comics Curing Cancer. Cancer is that ultimate supervillain, but together we can save lives. Guys, until next time, you collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including me. I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.